Christian rapper Lacrae is the latest high-profile evangelical to jump onto the Deconstruction bandwagon. His latest album even includes a song called Deconstruction. Unlike many deconstructionists, though, Lacrae insists he has not abandoned Christ altogether, but this is just a necessary stage in his faith journey. In a recent interview, he said, quote, "I would say the goal of healthy deconstruction is reconstruction. When you find out you've got mold in your house, you've got to tear it out," unquote. Now, I don't know what's going on in Lacrae's heart. I am going to argue, however, though, that that's not what's going on for most people who deconstruct. Is deconstruction actually leading to reconstruction, or just more destruction? Despite being such a major buzzword, no one seems to quite know what deconstruction actually is. It's sometimes marketed as an honest attempt to examine one's beliefs. And as far as it goes, that's normal and natural. I remember having to go through that, as someone who grew up in a Christian home, having to think through, do I actually believe what I was brought up believing? And if you have a sincere heart to know God, He will guide you through those doubts. But for many, that's not what's going on. Most of the time, deconstruction is just a pseudo-scientific, trendy term for apostasy. And this faith rejection is often fueled by a victim mentality, which in turn often leads to bitterness against authority. And bitterness is always toxic. It's a poison that first torments its host and then spreads to others. Does all this pain and emotional violence lead, as Lacrae insists, to reconstruction? Let's look at two celebrity deconstructors. Abraham Piper is known for his TikTok videos in which he throws snark bombs at the evangelical world. Does he offer any alternatives? Does he provide a coherent explanation for origins, identity, morality, and destiny? Does he explain how the deep longings of the heart can be satisfied? In a word, no. He just bashes people who do have a coherent explanation for origins, identity, morality, and destiny, and have explained how the deep longings of the heart can be satisfied. In one video, Piper argues that happiness is a mental illness. First off, that's one mental illness I hope to be diagnosed with. But let me translate for you. Abraham Piper is miserable, and he is trying to normalize his misery. His deconstruction has not brought him joy and satisfaction. He's rejected the Christian hedonism of his father and replaced it with misery. How about Josh Harris? Has he fared any better? Has his deconstruction led to a healthy reconstruction? Harris has basically decided that it doesn't matter what anyone believes. He invites us to stop trying to seek answers and just become your truest self. The problem is, he's abolished all means of figuring out what your truest self actually is. He's not been able to reconstruct a coherent worldview. Instead, he just chants postmodern platitudes. By and large, deconstruction has led only to self-destruction, not reconstruction. It brings with it a lot of pain and turmoil and replaces the Christian vision of truth, beauty, and goodness with absolutely nothing. So what should I do with my honest doubts about the Christian faith? Don't deconstruct based on victim status, but instead construct a coherent worldview from the Word of God. Seek God's heart, and He will show you the paths of life. And you will find that at His right hand is fullness of joy, and in His presence are pleasures forevermore. Deconstruction often leads to self-destruction. Biblical Christianity leads to full and eternal joy. If this video has been a blessing to you, please click subscribe and help make more possible. Thank you.